She was halfway down the corridor when it happened, the shriek of laughter, the sudden yank, and the cold slap of air on her back. 1 second she was walking tall, her ponytail bouncing with each step, her cheer jacket snug and bright against the gray lockers. The next, it was gone. Yanked. Wrenched off her shoulders by hands that didn't care, didn't ask, and certainly didn't expect what came next. Everyone in the hall froze. Except the bullies. Her name was Jenna Cross, senior cheer captain, honor roll student, and to most people, the picture of school spirit. But what they didn't know was what she carried beneath that perfect smile, the burden of loss, the weight of anger, and a drive that had been forged in fire. It had only been 6 months since her dad, a former Marine and martial arts instructor, passed away in a car accident. He had taught her everything he knew, discipline, precision, and how to use her voice even when the world tried to silence her. She'd buried the grief deep, hiding it beneath routines and pep rallies. But today, it rose to the surface. The main instigator was Riley Denton, a loudmouth linebacker who thought being big made him untouchable. He and his sidekick Brett had been mocking Jenna's cheer squad for weeks. But now, in front of half the school, he crossed a line he couldn't uncross. He tugged the jacket from behind and waved it in the air like a trophy. Oops, he sneered. Didn't know this came off so easy. Laughter rippled. Someone pulled out a phone. Jenna turned slowly. Her breathing was calm, almost too calm. She didn't reach for her jacket. Instead, she squared her stance, just like her father taught her. You really shouldn't have done that, she said, her voice low and controlled. Riley smirked. Or what? You gonna give me a timeout? She didn't answer with words. The roundhouse kick came fast, clean, perfect, and shockingly precise. Riley's phone went flying. His pride went with it. The impact sent him stumbling into the lockers with a loud clang. Silence fell over the hall like a dropped curtain. Mouths hung open. Brett backed away slowly, eyes wide. Jenna stood straight, fists at her sides, breathing steady. Her eyes scanned the hall. She wasn't ashamed. She wasn't afraid. She was done staying silent. A teacher appeared from the side hall, saw Riley on the floor, and rushed over. Murmurs exploded like a wave behind Jenna, but she walked away without a word, past the lockers, past the whispers, past the dozens of phones now recording her as more than just a cheerleader. It wasn't the kick that made her a hero. It was what came after. The school tried to suspend her. Riley's parents demanded action. But Jenna didn't shrink. With the support of her mom, her squad, and even some unlikely classmates who had seen their own bullies go unpunished, she stood her ground. She told her story, the harassment, the humiliation, and how no adult had stepped in before. Her speech at the school board meeting was raw and powerful. She didn't apologize for defending herself. She apologized for the system that let Riley think it was okay to treat girls like playthings. Over the next few weeks, everything changed. Jenna wasn't just a cheerleader anymore, she became a symbol of strength. She organized self-defense workshops for girls. She invited trainers to speak about boundaries and empowerment. Even some of the football players, including Brett, showed up to listen. Riley. He kept his head down. Maybe for the first time in his life, he realized actions have consequences. And maybe that roundhouse kick wasn't just a hit to the face, but a wake-up call. In the end, Jenna didn't win just because she fought back. She won because she refused to be silent. Because she turned her pain into purpose. Because when the jacket came off, the world finally saw who she really was. And they couldn't look away.